Yo, what's up, world? It's your boy C7N, diving into the life of Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. This man was a big deal. The first president of an independent Ghana, he stared down colonialism. Born in 1909 in Nkrumah, he became Ghana's first president. Nkrumah was the heartbeat of a continent yearning for freedom. Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, synonymous with African liberation and progress. Picture this. It's 1957, the world is figuring out independence, and here comes Nkrumah leading Ghana out of British rule. This was a seismic shift, a beacon of hope for other African nations. It was like, if Ghana can do it, maybe we can too. Nkrumah knew true independence meant taking control of your destiny. He knew economic and political power went hand in hand. His fight for Ghana's independence was just the first chapter. See, Nkrumah's vision wasn't confined to Ghana's borders. He was a Pan-Africanist to the core, a firm believer in a united Africa. He envisioned a United States of Africa, a continental powerhouse that would pool resources, boost trade, and stand up to the global bullies. It wasn't just a pipe dream. He actively pushed for its creation, hosting conferences, forging alliances, trying to make this dream a reality. He dedicated his life to forging those links of African solidarity. You can't talk about freedom without economic empowerment. Nkrumah knew Africa had to break free from economic dependency. He launched projects like the Akosombo Dam to power Ghana's growth. He invested in education, healthcare, and science, valuing human capital. Nkrumah saw Africa's potential to become a global economic powerhouse. Nkrumah didn't just talk the talk, he walked the walk, calling out imperialism. Colonialism didn't end with flags and anthems. It morphed into neo-colonialism with economic control and political manipulation. He wrote Neo-Colonialism, the last stage of imperialism, exposing how powerful nations exploited Africa. Nkrumah was like that friend who keeps you woke, pointing out the red flags you might miss. Sadly, Nkrumah's time in power was cut short by a coup in 1966. But you know what they say, you can imprison a man, but you can't imprison an idea. Even in exile, his message continued to resonate, inspiring movements and leaders across the continent. His Pan-African vision became a rallying cry for generations fighting for justice, equality, and self-determination. Imagine a world where Nkrumah's dream of a United States of Africa had come to fruition. Picture a continent united not just in name, but in spirit and purpose, a true geopolitical force. This wasn't just about symbolism, it was about creating a framework for collective action, a platform where African nations could speak with one voice on the global stage. The United States of Africa, as envisioned by Nkrumah, would have been a game changer, a testament to the power of unity and shared destiny. With Nkrumah's focus on economic independence, Africa could have witnessed an unprecedented industrial and technological revolution. His vision extended beyond just extracting resources. It was about adding value, about building industries, about creating jobs and opportunities within Africa. Imagine African nations collaborating on massive infrastructure projects, sharing technological advancements, and fostering a culture of innovation. Nkrumah's emphasis on self-reliance wasn't about isolation, it was about creating a level playing field, about ensuring that Africa had a seat at the table in a rapidly globalizing world. Nkrumah was acutely aware of the dangers of neo-colonialism, the subtle but insidious ways in which former colonial powers maintained their grip on Africa. He knew that true liberation required dismantling these systems of economic and political control. Imagine an Africa where trade deals were fair, where resources were exploited responsibly, where debt burdens didn't cripple economies. And Nkrumah's legacy serves as a reminder that the fight against imperialism is ongoing, requiring vigilance, strategic thinking, and a commitment to economic justice. Nkrumah's leadership style transcended national boundaries. He was a unifier, a bridge builder, a man who saw the interconnectedness of African struggles and aspirations. He believed in dialogue, in collaboration, in finding common ground to address shared challenges. Imagine an Africa where regional conflicts were resolved through diplomacy, where nations worked together to combat poverty, disease, and climate change. Nkrumah's vision reminds us that unity is not a given. It's a choice, a conscious effort to prioritize collective well-being over narrow self-interest. Nkrumah understood that true empowerment begins with education. He believed in investing in the minds of Africa's youth, equipping them with the knowledge and skills to become agents of change. Imagine an Africa where every child had access to quality education, where literacy rates soared, where innovation flourished. Nkrumah's legacy serves as a reminder that education is not just about acquiring information, it's about unlocking potential, about empowering individuals to transform their communities and their world. As Nkrumah once said, the independence of Ghana is meaningless unless it is linked up with the total liberation of the African continent. Today, as Africa continues to rise, we're reminded that his dream of unity, dignity, and self-reliance is not just a dream, it's a call to action.